Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Last video I mentioned how important it is for the Yahudi to build the third temple. How important it is. I mentioned that this temple must be built and that Masjid Al-Aqsa must be destroyed for that, because the Temple Mount is on top. The masjid is on top of the Temple Mount. So for them to build the third temple, they must destroy the Masjid Al-Aqsa, and that will also fulfill one of the conditions for a Masih to come. As we know, the Masih will not come until the surrounding area of Jerusalem, Al-Quds, and the entire world will follow the true God that they believe in. So, dear brothers and sisters, this is the cornerstone, if you like, for the Masih to come, for the events to unfold. Now, we talk about this place, Al-Aqsa. Well, look, the Yahudi, they are trying to destroy it, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. But how true is that? You know, this is a very common and obvious question. A lot of people are asking. We see them protesting, we see them going into Masjid Al-Aqsa. Sometimes they will storm the building. Okay, I get it. You know, people can say, yeah, I get it. And sometimes I see that they go inside the masjid and they, kick people out for the Muslims from inside the masjid. We see that. But does it mean that they are actually going to destroy the masjid? In fact, Netanyahu, in my other video, last video, I showed you, Netanyahu, he said that, you know what, we can destroy the masjid, but we don't want to, because this is not what Israel stands for. So is it only a talk? Is it something that we are just speculating? Like, is it something that we are just saying for the sake of saying it? Or is this something actually happening? What is the actual reason? Is it true that they're planning and Allah is planning too? What is going on? Now this video, I'm going to give you just one thing that will blow your mind away, that will change your perspective about the Masjid Al-Aqsa and Yahudi, what they are doing. This incident, I'm going to give you just one, okay? In this video, I'm just going to give you one, because a lot of people are saying, what is the evidence? Come on, show me. Brother, you talk too much. Like, show me one thing that they're doing so that I can believe that, yes, indeed, they're trying to get rid of the masjid. Don't give me, theory. Don't give me theology. Do not give me this. Don't give me that. Give me evidence. What is the evidence? That I will give it to you in a second. But what is the evidence? A lot of people are saying, well, I see, yes, there have been conflict taking place there all throughout the year, and we have seen happening in the month of Ramadan. But look, people are still there. People are praying. And we have seen those videos that, yes, indeed, people are praying. And so people are asking, raising doubts. A lot of the, unfortunately, Muslim countries, they're sleeping because they think, you know what, this is something, just some crazy Muslim are making noise of. This is not going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Just chill, man. Just chill. Okay, this is what some of the people are saying. Just chill. So I will give you this proof, this evidence, if you like, so that you can maybe wake up a little bit. This evidence was reported in al-arabiaislam.net. Okay, this is a website, this is a source. They report everything possible what is happening in Jerusalem. And the reason I trust this source is because they are Islamic, they're Muslim, they're Arab. It's not coming from the Zionist or the Yahudi. It's coming from people who we can trust, people who are actually the guardians of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, if you like, if you want to put it that way. So I can trust that source. This source found out this important thing. Are you ready? This important thing they found out, super important actually, I should say. And I'm going to show you actually the video. And then you can have the quote here. Okay, so read this. The Israeli Antiquities Authority or Antiquities Authority says it has found an ancient tunnel. Ancient tunnel. You read that? That once carried rainwater from the heart of the old city to a ritual bathhouse several hundred meters away. Okay, so what they found out is that ancient tunnel. They found a old tunnel. Okay, this should already give you chills. If it did not, then read the next one. Okay, so read the next one. The next evidence they found out, they are saying, yet, okay, they are saying, yet the project is being carried out in secret and funded by a settler organization. Many residents think it is part of a plan to take over. Many residents, these are Muslims, they think that this is a plan to take over or destroy Al-Aqsa Mosque, also known as Haram al-Sharif. If it is an archaeological site and not a settlement, if it is a tourist site, then why we can't go there and see it? Why can't anyone see it? In other words, this tunnel, dear brothers and sisters, that they found out, in recent days, they are keeping it absolute secret. They are not telling anyone about this tunnel. What they're doing, actually, they're digging. They're digging into it, and the residents, they're saying, you are not really digging only for the tunnel. Your purpose, your aim is something else, which we find in this quote when if you read this one, in the climate of fear and distrust that prevails in Jerusalem, the kind of non-political archaeology that the claim to practice may be impossible, but the secrecy around the project is not dispelling the controversy. What is the controversy here? Can you guess it? What the controversy is here? The controversy is here is that whether the Yahudi would actually eventually destroy this masjid. As I said in the beginning, that was very, very important for you to pay attention. Okay, very, very important. As I said in the beginning, for the Dajjal, we call him Dajjal. They do not know it's the actual Dajjal, the deceiver. For the Dajjal, by the way, I want to give you a side note, okay? Before I go, side note, very, very important side note. But before I give you a side note, I want to say this: they are not aware that what they are doing, everything that they are trying to accomplish, everything that they're doing to evict the residents of Al-Sheikh al-Zarrah, to put the Palestinian people to tests and trials and tribulations and using them just like animal. Everything, all the efforts that they're making right now, dear brothers and sisters, is the preparation for the most evil of all to come, which is Dajjal. So it makes sense. When you do things in an evil way, the outcome will be always evil. It is true for even the Muslims. If you work in a haram place, the outcome of your income, okay, will be evil. It will bring you nothing but disaster. It will bring you nothing but suffering. So these people, they do not know they are working for Dajjal, and he is the most evil people ever lived on earth. Is the greatest fitna. Without knowing, they're working for him, and their works are completely what? Evil. So the side note that I want to give you is that, dear brothers and sisters, okay, the Dajjal, okay, for the Yahudi to come, do you know the Yahudi, when Dajjal will be here, okay, very important, Dajjal will not call him even a Messiah. In fact, when he will go to the Christian, he will not reveal himself as someone very important. Same teaching, same knowledge is being preached in Islam. When Dajjal will be here, he will not say, I am this, I am that. He is a normal guy from God, sent by God. And then he will say, I am the Messiah from God, directly from God. Then he will say, what? I am the God. Okay, so this narrative, it fits with Jewish and Christian narrative. The Yahudi's narrative is that we will have a Messiah, so Dajjal will come as a Messiah, but he will not claim something bigger than that. At the same time, the Nasara, the Christian narrative is that Jesus is God, so Dajjal will claim to be the God to fulfill the narrative of the Christian, the Nasara. Wallahi. This fits, and if you ask any Christian, they will say the same thing. Yes, we believe in the second coming of Jesus, which inadvertently mean that we wait for our God, because they believe Jesus, peace be upon him, is the God. And the Yahudi, they believe in the Messiah. Dajjal will say, I am the Messiah. And dear my sister, everything that they're doing, all the preparation that are being underway right now, as we are saying, they're finding out tunnels, they're finding out this excuse to enter into the masjid, they're finding out other excuses. These days they do not need any excuse. They can just walk in. They just can walk in because no Muslim country really cares. So the point here is that, brothers and sisters, the belief that we have that Masjid Al-Aqsa is at risk. I said in the past video that it will not be destroyed completely ever, because Allah will protect this masjid. However, it will be damaged very badly. If you are new here, consider subscribing, because we talk only and only about the end of time, the coming of Dajjal, Yajuj and Majuj, the Mahdi. Again, new here, consider subscribing. I have few comments here. Jamshed, assalamu alaikum, Zavokir, hello. And then I have assalamu alaikum, brother, how are you doing? Alhamdulillah. So brothers, if you have more question, as I said, if you have I know you have question, I was going to answer some of your questions today, but I know you have more questions, so please feel free to email me, leave a comment in the comment section, and inshallah I'll see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum.